Are you not entertained?
Welcome to Hard to Entertain with Brandon and Trey. Take it away, boys.
We're back, and we're fat.
I'm not fat.
Yes, you are.
I'm not
We're
fat.
both fat.
No.
They call us the fatties because we've got big fatties.
So this is episode
Isn't it 40?
40.
40.
That's right. We did it. Episode 40. So what's up with you?
Shit, chilling. What's up with you, dog?
Well, I mean, we had your Christmas party. Last Sunday? Yes, Sunday.
Yeah, I was like super compressed because everyone's like, they got there and then like, all right, we got to leave in like 10 minutes. I'm like, oh my God, I have so much stuff planned. Hold on.
Yeah, it was
So,
very busy.
Yeah, but it was fun. Did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
I had a bunch of games set up.
I was telling everybody keeps on asking me, how was your Christmas? I was like, it's one of the best Christmases I've had in a long time.
Did everyone enjoy the games?
I
Like the
think-
Martins and all them?
Yes, they loved it.
That's good. Seemed like they had a good time.
Yeah.
I had canes,
Yes.
and there was vegetable platter,
Yes.
and there was treats.
And you let nobody take chicken home.
That's right. You could take fries, and that's it.
That's it.
No chicken. I ate that next day. That was clutch, having that chicken.
There you go. There you go.
Chicken.
Cane's is pretty good.
Yeah, I like canes. Some people don't like it. I enjoy it.
Why don't you like the sauce?
It's too peppery. I don't. It's just not like, oh, yay, yummy. I just
Okay.
don't. It's just not something I reach out for.
Yeah, the sauce is.
I don't like Chick-fil-A sauce either, really.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they're both okay, but cane sauce is better.
Yeah. What was your favorite gift you got?
I really liked all the jackets. I
Hold that,
got.
Trey.
Oh, wait a minute. Put some rifle in it. 1, 2.
Black Rifle, the official coffee sponsor of Hard to Entertain. And they can't say otherwise because they're not paying us. Therefore, they can't tell us what to say.
Nice. How's that?
Refreshing.
I know.
I feel like a rifle.
300 milligrams of caffeine going straight to your brain.
You're going to be off the walls, you dumb bitch.
Now my I got anything and everything I wanted. I got some new shoes, I got some jackets, I got a bunch of games.
Nice.
No, everything was great.
Nice. That's good.
I don't have like a favorite gift.
Oh, okay.
Your gift was awesome.
Yeah.
You got me that PlayStation VR 2.
Mm-hmm. Was
Yeah.
expensive.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
It cost about as much as the PlayStation 5.
And it sure did cost more.
Yeah. But I downloaded a football game for it.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah, I saw videos on TikTok and stuff of people playing that.
Yeah.
Where you're like the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Seems like a lot going on though. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, like if you want to, you snap the ball and it comes at you, and you got to catch it in your hand, and then you gotta
You still gotta look around
you
and
gotta look at the receiver and throw it to. It's pretty cool. I
yeah,
like it.
that's
fun.
dope.
What is your favorite gift that you got? Here we go. Oh my goodness, dead air.
I don't know. I don't really have one.
No,
I didn't get anything I wanted.
perfect.
Pretty much like it is every year.
That's not true. You asked for a meat thermometer. I got you.
Oh,
a
I
meat
got a
thermometer.
thermometer. That's cool. I asked for a car jack too. I didn't get that.
Oh, you didn't ask for it from me.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Nope.
Yes, I did.
And then, how about the cologne? Do you like the cologne?
Yeah, I love the cologne. Cologne's really nice.
Yeah, Tara was really worried about this.
No, it was nice. I
she-
like it. I don't like sweet cologne, so it smells nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect.
Excellent.
Anywho, let's jump into this bitch tray.
Yes. This is not the trailer theme, by the way.
What? Isn't it? That wasn't the.
That wasn't the trailer theme.
Oh shit!
There we go.
It's trailer time. It's trailer time. It's trailer time.
Trey wants to the trailers.
Sit your ass down. It's time for the trailers. Alrighty.
Alrighty then.
All right. So
I saw Kong versus Godzilla.
that was one of my trailers. So,
Looks stupid as shit.
you think so?
I'm gonna hate that movie.
Well, I mean, it's going in the weird direction.
Yeah, they're just like, okay, now they're not intelligible. they're just fucking. They know what they're doing, and they're fighting together now. It's like,
Yeah.
what are we doing?
Why is Godzilla
Kong-
purple?
Kong's gotta wake up Godzilla because he needs help fighting
A bigger monkey.
a bigger chimpanzee-looking one. Oh, and now there's baby Godzilla,
No, baby Kong.
baby Kong, and you're like, so it's just a monkey,
Kong Jr.
a normal-sized monkey, right? Am I right?
No, I think it's a big monkey. I just think it's not.
I don't know. It looks
Kong
fucking,
size.
and he's got a fucking axe the same axe he had from the other one. He can use weapons.
Did you see he had like a
Yeah, he's got like a-
wrist thing,
got
like
like a-
gauntlets.
He's got like a fucking
Battle
Iron
suit?
Man like fucking arm. I'm like, what is going on? This is too much. And now there's like a group of apes. I'm like, whatever. Oh, fuck this. This looks stupid.
So it's gonna next one will be Power Rangers X
Yeah.
Kong X Godzilla.
You remember the chimpanzee? He's a good guy now. And now they're gonna fight Zordon. Like, what is happening?
The crossover you never wanted.
Yeah, and you didn't know you needed. Fucking stupid. It looks stupid. I fucking hate it.
I'm gonna watch it because it's gonna be fun. Next thing I got for you is so they're doing a new Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Are they really?
Yeah,
Oh, boo.
with-
Is it a remake or is it?
It's a
Is it-
TV series that's gonna be
Oh,
on
fuck that.
on Prime. It's starring Donald Glover and Maya Eskren.
Oh, so, okay. So they're going that route, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's coming out February the 2nd.
I don't know if Donald Glover makes me think, oh, that's a spy.
No, not me. I
Hmm.
don't, but I mean that's
We'll
kind of
see.
the point.
We'll see.
Next thing I got for you is they did a trailer for Fallout, the TV show.
Yeah, some extended ones and all this other stuff.
Yeah, so if you like the Fallout video games, you might like this.
It looks good, but the story was like,
Yeah, so it's nuclear Fallout, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so interesting. They did a small trailer for Roadhouse. They're doing the remake.
Yeah, with Conor McGregor and
Gyllenhaal.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, so that should be interesting. I mean, if you like the Roadhouse movie,
Well, they were pushing to get it. There's a little controversy.
controversy.
Yeah, because Jake Gyllenhaal and Connor wanted it released in the theaters, and they I guess they tried to buy the movie so they could release it themselves, but Amazon was unwilling to let them buy it, and so they're only going to release it on Amazon. It's not going to be a theater release,
Right.
So they wanted it to be a theater release, but they were kind of refusing. So
Well,
that's the controversy.
you know what they say: sucks to suck.
Sucks to suck. Should add in the contract, bitch.
Yep. So the next thing I have for you is called ISS. It's the International Space Station.
Mm-hmm.
So this group of people go up to the space station, and while they're up there, there's fallout that happens on Earth. So there's a giant war that breaks out, and so
Oh, I saw the trailer for this. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, "What's that?"
yeah, nuclear bombs
like,
are going
"Oh,
off.
shit."
Yeah. So there's a Russian segment of the scientist, and there's American scientist, and so they're both being told to take over the space station for their country.
Right.
And so you get to see, it's kind of like a psychological thriller.
them wrestling with it and trying to decide, okay, aren't they type of thing.
Right.
Okay.
Looks interesting.
And then the Chinese come in, they're like, ha ha, bing, 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 bing.
Yeah. Yes. In their mech.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. The next thing I got for you is called Self-Reliance. This is coming out on Hulu January 2nd. So Andy Samberg, he grabs Jake Johnson and asks him if he wants to be in a dark web reality TV series.
Okay.
And so during this, as if you're with somebody, so the thing is they're trying to kill you. These
Okay.
people are. But if you're with somebody, they can't. They can't attack you. They can only kill you when you're alone. And
Oh, okay.
if you survive,
So not like in a relationship, but like
no,
physically.
just a
like
person has
physically
to be
with you.
around you.
Gotcha.
Yes. And so if you survive, I think it's like a month or so, they give you $1 million. Okay. So it's hilarious because like he's trying to find somebody to shadow him all the time, so these ninjas can't kill him.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, it looks fun. It's got Anna Kendrick in it, Andy Samberg, and Jack Johnson, and yeah,
Okay.
should be interesting. Go ahead.
I saw an extended trailer for Madam Web.
Yes. People are worried.
It looks like doo-doo water.
People are saying it looks like a CWTZ show.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look great. It's like all about it's like she's gonna have psychic. I don't know much about the lore.
So Madam Web could always tap into the web of realities, so this way she could see all the other spider-based characters.
Okay, but
That
this
was
one
always
is
her
like I
thing.
can tell the future though. She's like, oh, I can see the future, but maybe
Yeah.
it's just her future because she's a spider, or and then the other people's future. I don't know. It was just like, ugh, that seems like a lot.
Yeah. So I
Let's
don't know. We'll see. So they did a very long trailer for Bob Marley's One Love.
Is this movie gonna come out?
I thought it was coming out last year.
I thought it was our. I
Like
thought I
a couple
missed
months
it.
ago, yeah.
I thought I missed it because I saw the trailers months and months and months ago.
So the release date is February 14th.
Fucking hell!
So we still got another month.
Oh, on Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
I don't know why I said
Because,
Valentine's
for
Day.
One Love. Get it?
One love,
So you get to see
one heart.
it's like a bio.
Let's get together.
I think it's supposed to be like a biopic.
All right. Yeah, it is. It's another musician. Magician. I'm Bob Marley. Watch me make this weed disappear.
Exactly.
Nom, 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 nom.
Nom, 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 nom. The last thing I have was so Paramount Plus is doing an animated series called The Tiger's Apprentice, and it's just an action CG cartoon that you know what? In the beginning, I thought it was gonna be like Jackie Chan Adventures.
Mhm.
Remember that? Where they had
Yeah.
the little but it's just a guy who's like can turn into a tiger,
I don't know. Stupid.
and he has a.
That
You
sounds
seen this?
stupid. No, that sounds stupid.
Yeah, so he can turn into a tiger, and he gains a kid. So he's trying to show him how to become a tiger, and they're fighting evil spirits.
Okay.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Oh, I'm looking really forward to Dave Chappelle's putting a new special out on
Comes
tomorrow.
out Sunday. Yes.
I'm looking forward to that. I'm a big Dave Chappelle guy.
Yeah.
I enjoy him.
Yeah. His as long as he doesn't have like he's trying to do like a political message,
Oh.
I'm fine. It's just be funny.
Okay. Yeah.
Although I guess I shouldn't say that because I don't want to be the guy who's like, "Hey, basketball player, just bounce your ball and shut up."
your ball. Shut up, you dumb bitch.
But no, it's all trailers I have for this week.
All right. Yeah, that sounds good.
Kind of
yeah.
short and sweet. There's not a lot going. Right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, it's dead period because they are figuring out after the strike on how they're going to release everything next year. No one wants to release anything now because then it's going to not get any awards, and it's kind of a dead period where people aren't going to go to the movies because they're traveling and stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, on to the next one, biatch.
Hey, Trey. What? Guess what time it is? What time is it? It's fucking TV time.
TV time.
You watch any TV?
Yeah, I watched. I'm keeping up with Reacher season 2.
Okay.
Love that show.
He's jacked.
He's jacked. He's awesome. So I started following him on Instagram.
Yeah.
He's much different, like in his personal life, than he is in the show.
Probably
Like he's got a
guy.
much different personality,
Yeah.
which is good. I mean, it means he's a good actor.
Yeah.
But no, I love that. The show's still great. I
First
mean,
thing I saw him in, he played Aquaman.
yeah.
in Smallville.
What was the first thing I was like? I forget what it was called, but Rooster Teeth did a movie. It was like a space movie,
Okay.
and they're like, "Oh my god, we got Alan Richardson to be in it."
Yeah, who the fuck is
And I was like, "Who the fuck is that?" And I watched. I was like, "Oh, this guy's pretty funny." And he's been in a couple other things.
Yeah.
He's good. He's a good. I like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's still good. I mean, like Reacher 2, the movie,
Yeah.
fell off on the second one. Like it felt like they just didn't know how to like keep.
Was
the
it Never
character.
Turn Back or some shit?
Yeah, never. Yeah, whatever it was. It just felt like that in the movie. They didn't know how to keep the character going and
Right.
evolving. And this one so far, they're going more back into his team when he was in the military, and
Yeah.
they're like, hey, his team members are dying and coming after him and blah blah blah. So he's figuring out why, and you can I can read the
Tea leaves.
tea leaves, but I'm gonna let it play out. But
Yeah. So
I'm pretty sure there's
Tom
this-
Cruise is not a like threatening looking guy.
No, he's not. And if you apparently, I don't. Let's put this out there. I didn't read the books. Never
Okay,
will.
yeah.
But apparently in the books they describe him, and he's more described like Alan Richardson
Yeah.
than he is Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
And Tom Cruise is like 5'6" with heels on,
Yeah.
and 160 soaking wet.
Yeah.
Now Alan Richardson's like 6'4", and like he's at his 260 right now.
Oh Jesus Christ.
He's a big boy.
huge.
He's
Yeah.
a big boy.
Yeah.
And so it's much different. But yeah, go watch it. It's on Amazon Prime. Keep it up. If you don't watch it, then they won't do season 3. So if you don't watch it, I'll go to your house and murder you.
Oh, nice. Oh, another TV show that they announced a second season for that was interesting. The Outer Range.
Really?
Amazon decided to go. Well, it ended on a cliffhanger.
Oh, I didn't watch it.
Like
I watched the first 10 minutes. I was like, oh my.
Oh
God.
no, it's good.
I was like,
If
can
you-
we fucking
it
get
takes a
going?
minute, but once you get into it, like he jumps into the hole at the end and
I
go.
don't know what hole you're talking about.
Oh,
I didn't
that's-
even get that far.
That's the whole point of the show.
I got to the point where he finds the girl on his land.
Yeah.
Like it's like in the first episode,
Uh-huh.
and like they're driving around and talking, and she's like, how do you own all this land and da da da? He's like, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, ugh, click.
Yeah, you got to get to the hole.
All right. Well, if I watch the first whole episode, is it?
Yes,
All right.
Yeah, it goes.
I'll
goes.
fucking
You know
go.
what they say?
You know,
it goes.
it goes, bruh.
All right, so I've been watching the Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
Oh, watch that too, Trey.
So, is there 3 episodes that they put out so far? Or is
They
it
they
two?
start drop with 2, and they put the third one out, so it's 3. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's paced weirdly. It's like kind of slow. I feel like they're stretching a lot, and it's so I was talking to Chris, our friend.
Who's read all the books?
He's read most of the books.
Nerd.
I mean, they're still doing them now.
Are they really?
yes.
Jesus Christ.
But he said it's way closer to the books, the TV show, than the movie was.
Okay.
But I was like, okay, well, so when the guy takes his becomes the centaur,
Yeah.
his teacher, why the hell is he still wearing his teacher jacket?
I don't know.
Because
I've got a lot of problems, Trey. First of all,
yes,
all the kid actors,
Yeah.
fucking suck.
you think so?
They are terrible. Even the main character,
Yeah.
which your main character should be at some level of charismatic.
Yeah.
And this kid is just like, oh, cool. Like shit is happening. Like he's he's able to see like mythical creatures all of a sudden,
Yes.
and no one else can see them. And he's
Right.
like, oh, look at that.
It's weird that they did it that way because I think in the movie, like everybody saw when the lady became the monster.
I don't
or,
remember.
Or maybe he was by himself.
he was by himself. I think it was after closing or
Yeah.
something like that. But I was just like, all right.
and then
The only character that I've liked so far
yeah,
is the one of the head guys that was at the round table with the long hair playing poker.
okay, yes,
That was kind of funny.
that was
I forget the actor's
he's
name.
one of the gods, but yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, I don't know, dude.
So the guy who plays Grover is not very enthusiastic. He feels like he's like,
like they're forcing him to be there.
yeah,
And the other thing too, like about the show so far is like, again, I know it's based off the books and stuff, but there's this weird part where he's like, he finds out he's half demigod,
Uh-huh.
doesn't believe it after he's seen all this stuff,
yeah.
which to me I'm just like, it's pretty
Oh,
believable.
it makes more sense now.
Yeah, it makes. I mean, it's pretty believable
Yeah.
that if, like, all of a sudden you're seeing all these ghouls and creatures and stuff, and someone's like, "Oh, here's an explanation."
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you believe that?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
like, come on. But so they do the whole trip where the matadors, matadors, what they're called,
Minotaur.
Minotaur
Yeah.
is chasing after them, which is like the movie, and then she can't go to the land because she's not or to the camp
Yeah,
because
she
she's
can't go to
not
the camp.
she's not a demigod or a
Mhm.
god.
Yeah.
So he goes, and they're there for like 5 minutes, and they're like,
Mhm.
"You should go." And I was like, "That's it."
Yeah.
Like they're there. They're like, let me explain all the exposition.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you remember this battle scene from the movie?
Mhm.
Okay, this like fake war, capture the flag thing, and you should fuck off.
But that didn't make any sense. The capture the flag was weird because in the movie he's crucial to them collecting the flag.
Exactly.
In this, he's just sitting to the side talking to
The
what is
the little girl, and then she disappears,
and then
they're like,
he's like, I got the flag.
she's like, you're part of the plan, and he's like, okay. So he's walking, and then like only 2 of the guys show up
Yeah.
from the other team. They're like, okay, we're gonna beat your shit in, and they like start beating him up, and then she's like, and then all of a sudden like he beats them up or whatever, like water powers,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden she takes off her cloak or whatever, and she's like, I got the flag.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, but there was like 40 people.
Yeah.
Where'd the other 40 go?
Yeah.
Like what?
Yeah, it didn't make sense.
I don't know. But they're there.
Yeah.
That happens. He gets a little trident, and Poseidon claims him, and everyone's like, "Oh, how many people are in your house?" He's like, "Oh, just you, bud."
Yeah.
And then they're like, and then that's what I was saying. They're just like, okay, well, you probably should go and collect all these things, and that way you can go get your mom from Hades.
Yeah. Will they say?
Not Hades, but you got to go find the lightning bolt.
Yeah. So the lightning bolt's
accusing
been
him
stolen.
of stealing it.
And he's like, "Oh, I didn't do it." And he goes, "Well,
You're being blamed, bitch.
You're being
Or
blamed.
we're all being blamed, or whatever.
And so, oh, the lightning bolt's in Hades, and guess what? That's where your mom is. Let's go get her.
Yeah, like he trained for like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Just found out he has powers. Like, all right, you should do the most important mission, or we're all gonna die. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you have all these kids here
Yeah.
who have been training and training and training.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you just send them all? I don't understand that. I don't understand.
So they skipped that completely. The unclaimed is not a thing in the movie. He's just already the son of Poseidon.
Well, no, he's unclaimed for a minute.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
Not in the
he
movie.
is. Yeah, in the movie. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, but in the TV series, there's a whole unclaimed house.
Yeah.
Where like, these people
Unclaimed. Well, it's unclaimed, and the guy with the fast feet.
Yeah. Oh yes.
It's his house, and he accepts his kids and all unclaimed kids.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, I'll keep watching till hopefully it gets better.
Yes.
But these kid actors need to fucking figure it the fuck out.
The movie is way better.
Everyone's like, no, the show's way better than the movie. I'm like, I don't know about that.
Yeah. No.
Not so far.
No.
Not so far. So we'll see.
Cool.
You
got more TV?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go for it.
I am 6 episodes in on What If.
I haven't watched any of it yet.
Oh, okay. Well,
Go ahead, give it to me. What do you think?
it's boring so far.
I heard everybody's like raving over the 1602 episode.
I don't know what that is. So
It's like all the superheroes in like the 16th century.
there's an episode where it's like the Avengers assemble, but it's like if it happened in Captain America's original time in the like 1940s. But so I guess it's not that then.
No, I guess not.
Okay. Well, there's a couple okay episodes. I vaguely enjoyed the Hogan Saves Christmas episode.
Okay.
And other than that, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of
Meh.
so far. I don't know. It's okay. It's not terrible.
Yeah.
It's watchable. It's fine. It's just the other one just seemed more kind of involved.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. I still got There's 9 episodes out now.
Yeah.
So I still have 3 more episodes.
There's already a teaser for season 3.
Yeah. So we'll see. But so far it's
Meh.
it's me.
Okay. I watched Carol and the End of the World on Netflix. This is an animated series about so there's a comet coming to destroy the planet.
Oh, I saw the little tile for this. I didn't watch it. Is it good?
So I watched the first episode with because I just wanted to give it a go, and it's kind of boring. Like it's very.
Is it supposed to be in the vein of like adult animation, like
Yeah.
comedy type of thing?
Yeah, I mean, you got this girl who kind of doesn't have any friends or anything, and so she kind of does the same thing every day, and she just doesn't like to get out of her bubble, and so she meets a guy, and she's like, oh, this is nice and everything, and like all of a sudden he's like, oh, we need to be together forever because my wife died, and my son needs a wife, and I feel like you're the one I've been waiting on. She's like, whoa.
Relax, bro.
Way too fast. And so, but it's just like I guess the comedy beats aren't really funny, and the big reveal at the end of the first episode is not really like a huge deal. Like, yeah, I don't know. It was just too slow, and she seemed very sad, and I was just I couldn't feel
It
it.
was kind of depressing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I don't want to be depressed. That's why everyone's like, and I hate being depressed when I watch movies and shows and stuff. I'm just like, why? I want to see action. I want to see comedy. I want to be entertained. I want to see sci-fi stuff. So that's like, people are like, I love the Silver Linings Playbook. I was like, dude, have you seen that movie?
Yeah,
It's
sad.
depressing as fuck. I walked out. Like, we talked about this. It's the only movie I have ever walked out of.
Yeah.
Ever. Because I was like, I was sitting there watching, like, this is so depressing and so just like, why am I going to waste 2 hours of my time watching people hit their parents and be sad and have mental illness and hate each other and just yell at each other? I was like, that just doesn't sound like a fun time to me.
What? Come on.
Just saying. I have a TV show-ish. So this is going to be a little weird because so I enjoy a few UK movie shows, and there's one called the year's biggest quiz that comes on every year.
Okay.
And so every year they have 6 comedians, UK comedians,
Right.
and Jimmy Carr. Do you know who Jimmy Carr is? The comedian,
Do not.
stand-up guy.
Nope.
Well, he hosts it, and then he has 6 comedians, and they talk about the years, and it's like a quiz show where he's like, name this, and blah 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 blah, and they answer it, and it's funny. They make jokes and stuff throughout.
Right.
This year kind of sucked. The comedians weren't very funny. Generally, they have some funny guys on there and people, and they normally have like a celebrity or two, and it's pretty funny. But this year, I thought it was kind of meh. But there's some older ones that are freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been doing it since like 2002.
Okay.
And it's a weekly show, but I only watch the yearly one. And don't take this the wrong way, the listeners. There's a lady comedian on there who has cerebral palsy.
Okay.
And so she can't speak very well.
Let me
But she also has a British accent.
let me stop you real quick.
Yeah.
When the hell did you start caring what people think on here?
I'm just saying because this
You've
is
said all kinds of crazy
I've
shit.
never I don't know what you're talking about. But she's like she's got cerebral palsy and she's got a British accent.
Okay.
So she's like cracking jokes and people are laughing. I'm sitting there thinking, what the fuck did she just say? I have no idea. Like she's just like, I'm not gonna do the voice, but I was just like, what is everyone's like, ah, ha, ha, ha. And you could definitely, it's a laugh track.
We're gonna just start going into
I'm
the voice.
not
I was
doing
gonna
it.
be like, Jesus Christ.
No. And they're like, everyone's like sitting there like silent, like she's talking, and you're just like, and I don't know what the fuck you just said. I'm not gonna do the voice.
All the people
but-
are like,
exactly. Everyone's like, you're crazy. I'm like, even when she's doing like the simple answers, it's like, it's just like one word. I'm like, I don't know what she said. He's like, point to you. I'm like, how'd you understand what the fuck she just said? Are you just giving her points because you just assume she's right? Fucking. Okay, your turn.
I got no more TV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We've got no more Wait, do I have any more television? No more television.
You watched a lot more TV than usual.
Yeah, I was on a little kick, bitches.
It's a movie.
It's a premiere. It's a movie premiere.
All right, let me knock a few of these out because you've seen some of these already. So I watched the Leave the World Behind with Kevin Bacon,
Okay.
Mahershala Ali, and
Yeah, on Netflix.
so what was the other lady? What was the lady?
Julia Roberts.
Yes.
Right, it was meh.
So here's my problem. So we go into this movie. There's like Mahershala Ali shows up at this Airbnb.
We
that
talked about it.
That he, I know. But my thing is, it's like it doesn't go anywhere.
Yep.
The movie just kind of ends,
Uh-huh.
and like so there's like bombings going on in the city up, and like Kevin Bacon, he's like, it's the apocalypse. Everybody for their own. And I'm like, okay, but what the fuck are we talking about here? The
Mhm.
cars are just hitting each other. It's just random shit's happening.
Yeah.
And like there's not really anything that ties anything together. And like at the end, you have the girl who's been wanting to watch the last episode of Friends, watching the last episode of Friends in somebody else's house, and it goes to credits. And I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Mm-hmm.
And like I don't know. This kid gets bit in the forest, and all of a sudden his teeth start falling out. But like,
Lyme disease doesn't work that fast.
yeah, it's like within like a day.
Like, yeah, not even that really. I mean, it's pretty quick.
And I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
And then like they have these deer the girl's seeing like coming in, but they don't really explain why that's significant or anything.
Yeah.
So it's like it's all over the place. It doesn't like nothing
Mhm.
ties together. The acting is good. I will say everybody acts well.
Yeah. It's funny though.
Julia Roberts is very racist,
She comes off as
In the
like,
beginning?
that's how she is.
and
The one thing that always got me with that one is so like he's on the shore.
Yeah.
He finds Marshall Ali finds a plane wreck, right?
Yeah.
And then while he's looking at the plane wreck, guess what happens? Another plane comes
Yes.
and wrecks right in the same
but
spot.
why?
Exactly.
They don't explain that.
Nope.
Nothing.
But I like I said, I thought it was interesting
Yes.
enough.
Yes.
The acting was really good.
Uh-huh.
Everyone acted really well, even the kids.
Yeah.
All that it was great.
Yeah.
And it was really cold where they were at.
Cold.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see what you're saying here.
Yeah.
But it feels like they needed another movie to connect to this one to be like, this is why all this shit happened.
And it's long too.
Yeah, and
It's just like, but there wasn't like a setup. I mean, you wanted a little bit more like, but what's happening?
tell me what's why. This
you know
is
what I
happening.
did?
Huh?
So that letter, the one that was in Arabic,
Yes.
and he holds it up, and you
Did
can
you
see it
went and
pretty good.
translated it?
Yeah, I did Google It was just like Death to America shit.
Well, yeah, and they said that was happening there, and then there were letters
In
from
Korean.
other countries
In Korean or
saying-
whatever.
Yeah, so it was like all kinds of different. It was just so all over the place. Like it felt
Yeah.
like they had a bunch of ideas for this movie, and they just threw them all
Well,
in there. And
he
then
kind of explained it a little bit by saying like all the other countries are coming together to basically have the downfall of America. Like all the different countries, China, Korea, all the like there was a new world. Like he tried to explain it away a little bit, but anyways, what score do you want to give it?
kicking the shin,
Kicking the shin.
kicking the
Ooh.
shin. I mean,
Kicking the shin.
it was. We watched it all the way to the end, and I was thinking, all right, we're gonna get the big payoff here at the
And
end.
She just
And
plays.
she's
Friends.
just watching Friends, and that's the end of the movie.
Here's the thing too. How does she know how DVDs work?
The other thing, okay, real quick, their kids are just stupid.
And they're piece of shits.
Yeah, like it's like
The little girl is stupid.
they're like shut-ins. She's like, "Oh my god, why is the internet wall?" Or she's like tapping her thing. Why is the internet not working?
They're not like, come on.
They're like, it's like they've never had to do anything ever in their entire
was
life.
pretty unrealistic. So,
Yes.
what else do you have? Makeup,
Alright,
makeup movie,
nah.
makeup sex movie.
I mean, everything. That was the one that we watched. That you watched.
Okay.
Before. I had. Okay, you want to talk about Rebel Moon?
Yeah, we can talk about Rebel Moon. So, Rebel Moon, directed by Zack Snyder. We've got
Child of Fire.
Yep. On Netflix exclusive. It's got I mean, it's got a bunch of, Charlie Hunnam, Anthony
What's
Hopkins,
the girl's name?
Ed Sheeran, Sophia Boudouella.
Yeah. So that's
Boudouella.
this is why the Tara wanted to watch it. She goes, "Oh, she's hot."
She's been in a few and she's pretty. Donna Bay, Ed Shirkin, which is the bad guy.
Yes.
And then Dejman, I forget how to say his last name, but the black guy with the always got like, the
yes.
white hair.
Yep.
On a reported budget, they haven't really released it, as far as because since they don't have to, they're not putting it in the theaters. They really don't Netflix doesn't have to release the numbers, but it's reported on a budget of $166 million.
Yeah.
Which probably, and then plus it seemed like a pretty significant
Marketing
push on marketing, so I'd probably double that.
Yeah.
So I would
$300
say
million.
they probably spent somewhere close to $300 million
Mhm.
on a movie that's not going to bring any significant revenue other than people signing up for Netflix for this, which I don't think is going to happen.
Mhm.
So let's talk about it. So it's a space opera. So it's, originally the rumor is, Trey, and don't correct me if I'm wrong, is that Zack Snyder wanted to do
It was his pitch for Star Wars.
he wanted to do a Star Wars movie,
Yeah.
or a trilogy, and they came back and are like, no,
Yeah.
and he's like, well, I'll do it myself, and he pitched it to Netflix. Netflix picked it up,
Yeah.
And so
It's kind of a big deal. I mean, they're doing.
it was a big deal.
they're doing two movies, a supposed spin-off TV series, and a comic book series.
if it does well.
Well, the comic book's already coming out.
So, let's talk about what you thought about the movie. So as far as a plot goes, I mean, the loose plot is, or to not give away the whole entire movie, is fairly
think
new,
it's-
but
Well, they don't. I have like the plot is. What is the plot?
it's one of my notes here.
The
What is the plot?
the plot is
So essentially,
a girl
she-
trying to get.
she
group of
crash
people-
lands on a planet, on like a farming planet, right? They
Yes.
say I picked you up from your crash.
Yep.
She's farming, and they say for some reason in their culture, like they want you to find a mate. Like they're all about sex, so they're like, "Hey, you should be."
Yeah,
you
they
should
want
have
to expand their
Um,
camp. Yeah.
They have enough grain to where they can sell it, like enough farming. They sold to the rebels,
Mhm.
and they're trying to decide what they're going to do with the leftover grain. And all of a sudden, the basically empire, but they call it the King Mother Moon,
Yeah.
Mother Moon, right? Mother Moon or
Something
Motherhood,
like that. Yeah.
Mother something, Mother Planet. I don't know, whatever. And they come and said, "Hey, do you have any leftover grain? We'd love to buy it from you." And they're like, "Oh, we don't have any." And then all of a sudden, one of the guys like, "Actually, we do have some." And the guy's like, "Okay, cool. Why'd you lie to me?" Bang, 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 dead.
Killed their leader.
Killed the leader and said, "Hey, you have 9 weeks to get me my grain that I'm asking for,
or else.
And he's like, "Well, how much?" And he's like, "Basically all of it,
Oh.
all of your harvest."
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna starve. He's like, "That's your problem."
I don't give a shit. Yeah.
And so that's the whole thing and then she
So the rest of the movie is the plot is she has to get the band together to come and fight the Empire from killing their tribe.
that's the whole that's
That's the plot.
essentially the plot.
Yes.
So, all right, and then there's a back plot where she used to be part of the Empire, and
So
obviously she
there's a loose plot thread where she was the guardian of the princess,
right,
And
then
the princess gets killed, and so she apparently runs away.
She kills the king.
Did she? Did they say that?
No, but that's what they're alluding to, Trey.
And so,
Sorry, spoilers from moving forward. Sorry, and click and spoiler. Yeah. So they're alluding to Trey. I don't know if you
she
caught
killed
it.
the king.
She's the one that killed the king and the queen, and I'm assuming she didn't kill the princess. She
No.
hid the princess somewhere, which is going to be the girl in white, the blonde hair girl who she said is so beautiful and blah 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 blah. That's going to be the princess on the planet with her.
Yeah.
They're going to be hiding her there, and she's actually the princess.
Well, we'll see.
I can guarantee you that.
I mean,
Because you remember the one that touched the robot's face?
yes.
That's the princess.
Oh, the skinny girl.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
That's gonna be my guess. That's my
Yeah.
guess. That's my
I
guess.
I mean, they don't really explain like what happened, like why she's, because they show flashbacks of her guarding the princess, and then they don't.
They don't. And
the
the
gap
princess
of
has
time
the princess has some type of healing powers.
Yeah,
And
they don't say that she got her killed.
no, but I'm alluding to something happened. She maybe saw that the king was probably going to use her to kill people or something like that, or hurt her, and so she kills him, and then the princess, she's gonna take the princess away. She's gonna be that's why she had the spacecraft that crashed in the planet. I can see it happening now.
We'll see. We'll see.
And the robot loved the robot likes that girl. The robot's gonna be her protector. Blah blah blah. Okay, so I have a couple of notes here, Trey.
Okay.
Note number 1.
Yes.
That horse thing was fucking funny looking. I didn't like it.
I thought it was cool.
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Why are the guns so fucking big? Every fucking gun is like comically toy
Space guns.
Yeah, it's like fucking huge.
Yeah.
And it's crazy
Big ass
big.
rifles.
Yeah. And no one can they 100% take the trope of stormtroopers. No one can fucking aim or shit.
Well, yeah, nobody can. I mean, if they could, the movie would be over in like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Did it bother you? So there's a farm. There's a barn scene where they're trying to rape the blonde hair girl I was just talking about.
Yep.
Referencing.
Yep.
And she comes in to save her. The main character comes in to save her, and she's got a gun or axe, and they're fighting. And the main villain so far has the princess lady up, and she has a gun. He has a gun pointed at her the whole time while she's fighting everybody. And there's a bunch of clean shots, and he's just doing this. Oh, you can't see me. Sorry, fuck it.
Yeah.
He's just like has the gun on her while she's killing everybody in the room, and then at the very last minute, he's like, and then he dies.
I like how you're pointing at me.
Yeah,
You're like,
I
this is what I'm doing.
Yeah, fucking dumb. I hated that scene. That was so stupid.
So there's a general on the ground who's one of the
Supposed to
big
be watching over.
But the big bad guy is the leader of the army.
Yeah. The only character I like, Trey,
Yeah.
that's only in the movie for like 3 seconds, is that robot.
Yeah.
He's
Although
in the
they do allude that he's gonna have a bigger part because at the
later
end of the movie
he's got like a crown.
He's like wearing a
he's got like
crown.
a crown or like antlers or some shit.
Yeah.
But no, but he's in the movie. Like, you think he's gonna be a big part of it?
Yeah.
He's in the movie. Like the prince or the blonde haired girl who's not the princess, but
Yeah.
the blonde haired girl touches his face. Oh my god! And they allude to that after they were killing robots before, but once the king died, was slain, they would refuse to kill.
Yeah,
now they're
robots
just
won't kill anybody anymore.
they're just workers now.
Although
and
he kills one of the
he kills one of them. He looks at the gun, drops it, and then runs away. And then he doesn't show back up until the last 3 seconds of the movie.
Yes.
And you're like, okay, well, that character will come up in the next one, I suppose.
Yeah.
So the next thing I have here, Trey.
There are a lot of like Star Wars scenes. I mean, you got the general at the end dipped in the pit, and he's like got all the wires plugged up to him. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, here we go. We're turning them into Darth Vader.
Uh-huh.
All
Yep.
right, here we go.
The main character,
The girl.
The girl?
Yes.
Okay. She looks like she's gonna cry the entire fucking movie.
Yeah.
Like, watch that tray and think, and just think, is she gonna cry? And you'll see it in her face the whole time. She's just like,
Maybe that's her like look.
like it's her serious look. But for me, it looked like the whole time I was like, is she about to start crying? Like the entire, like she's so reluctant to fight, and then she's just like crying the whole, like it just has this cry face.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
You know, Charlie Hunnam.
Hunnam.
Just doing Charlie Hunnam things. He
just-
plays the same guy like
In
just everything.
Which I'm not mad at him.
Yeah, no, he's good.
And then the other thing, Trey, I've got a space movie that you don't see aliens for the first like 35 minutes. You don't see anyone who does. Let me rephrase. You don't see anyone who doesn't look like a human for the first after it takes 35 minutes for you to see a creature that's not human-esque.
Yeah, but there are some cool aliens.
There are cool aliens. I'm just saying though, it was like
you see your first one
I'm like
in the bar.
in the bar fight. Yeah,
Yeah.
the main the villain dude.
It's got tentacles wrapped around a guy. And
Yeah.
he's like using it to
Ew.
talk. I was like, that's
Yeah.
cool.
But it was just like stealing from fucking Independence Day. But it was just like, to me, I was just like, okay, we're in space. Oh, you land on this rebel moon. Oh, there's gonna be this tribe's gonna have a few aliens in it. Nope, all fucking human people.
Yeah.
Oh, the Empire's gonna come down. Oh, they're gonna have a couple alien looking people. Nope. And not until they get into like the wasteland area that you see your first alien, which I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
I mean, come on. The giant spider fight though, pretty legit.
That was cool.
Yeah.
It was, and it was, it looked like real makeup. Like it was actually like real makeup, so it was
Yeah.
cool.
And no lightsabers, but light swords,
I don't know what that was. They didn't really explain it.
hot fire
So
swords.
it's swords, and then all of a sudden she turns them on, and now they can cut through. Just turn them on at the beginning. Wasn't am I not right?
You're right.
Like she's fighting the fucking spider person
Yeah.
with the swords that are just you think are just normal blades,
Yeah.
and then like halfway through the fight, she's just like, and now I'm gonna really try, and she like turns the swords on, and then like murks the spider. and
swordsman.
you're like, well, why didn't you just start with the swords on?
Yeah.
And the fight would have been over in 5 seconds.
Wait.
It's just the logic there. Like, have
Yeah.
some reasoning why, like it's little battery or what. You know what I mean? Like, have some type of reasoning why you didn't just turn them on. But there wasn't one.
Yeah. So like,
And here's the other thing, Trey. Shut the fuck up. What is this band of brothers thing that they do?
what?
Like, he's like, oh, we're gonna search the galaxy for all these people that'll be part of this band to band together.
Right.
What?
Yeah, they do that a lot.
But it's just like
That's
what?
in like every movie.
Yeah, but it's just like why though?
Some people love that.
I don't. But
I mean, I like it.
it was just like, boom, we're gonna go here. Oh yeah, there's this other guy. Oh, we'll go there.
Yeah.
And they're just like, hey, I know you got all this shit going on this planet.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to come fucking murk some other people?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, fucking yeah, fuck all these
Well,
people.
yeah, so
like
it's-
the swordsman's supposed to be like the guardian for those people, and
Yeah.
then they're like, hey, do you want to come help with the Empire people? And she's like, yeah, fuck these people. Let's get out of here.
Well, because they all have a common. The Empire itself is the overarching bad guy, so
I
they
know,
all have a
but-
problem with them.
I know, but it just seems so forced to me.
Well, and it's a tool to make it where we get to see all these different planets.
Planets and people, but
Yeah.
it seems so forced. So obviously the Empire is obviously Roman Nazis.
Well, yeah.
They feel like Nazis at first.
Yeah.
Like when they're in their like officer gear, they look like Nazis.
Right.
And then when they're in their battle gear, they look like Roman soldiers.
Yeah.
They have like little cool little emblems and shit. But I was
Mm-hmm.
just like,
It's interesting.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever that guy's name, the main guy, definitely looked like a Nazi.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to when they go get the prince dude. And he rides the griffin.
Yes.
Yeah, that
The bird?
That CG was rough. Towards the end of it, when it's close up on him, just on the back, and you can see the feathers, that look cool.
Yeah.
But when it's like him, when it's like a blown out, like a further out angle,
Yeah.
where you can see him and the griffin, woof,
Rough.
rough. I put that. I was like, geez, and that whole thing didn't make. That whole Prince scene where they go to the little ranch and he owes them money. I would debt. And he's like, oh, how are you going to pay your debt? Oh, fucking break the griffin. And he goes and breaks the griffin.
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, well, fucking peace, dog. Okay.
I felt like
Why?
I felt like they were going for like a Native American kind of thing.
Exactly is what
And it
I
was
felt.
like-
Break the horse.
Yeah, break the horse. And
You ever seen the movie Spirit, the animated
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
It felt like that.
Yeah. And so he breaks the horse, and then the
Breaks the
horse
griffin.
ends up killing
Yeah.
killing the guy.
Yeah, and you're like,
and
he's like,
and
"Good for you."
good horse. And they go up there. I was like,
And they just leaves him, all right, fucking peace, dog. Like, okay. All right. And what else we got here, Trey? I've got I already talked about adding one member after another.
Yeah.
Just to get captured. I think I like the cool little spider thing that they paralyze people with.
oh, that's cool. Yeah, yeah.
But all right.
Here we go.
Here's an issue with at the very end.
Yeah.
They get portrayed. Spoiler alert! They get portrayed by Charlie Hunnam. He actually was like, "I'm a bounty hunter. Fuck all this shit. I don't give a shit. I'm just trying to get money." And I figured you would go convince all these people to go with you, and I would get fucking paid.
And they're all fugitives to the rebels.
Exactly.
So, or
He's
the
like,
the Empire.
You are. Everyone here is.
Yeah.
And they get these little spider things that come up and they hold you.
Yep.
And so you can't move. And then there's like a little gun that's at the base of your neck, and
Yep.
they shoot it and it paralyzes you.
Yeah.
But it keeps your brain alive.
Yeah.
And so they have everyone captured.
Right.
Everything they do, the love interest of the girls there, and instead of anybody, Trey, anybody
Getting
could
bleh.
go and just go, pew, pew, pew. All right, done, guys. Let's fucking wrap this shit up and go. Nope, they're like, you need to go and do it.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, why would you trust that to what a so-called enemy?
He wants to prove his evil.
Yeah, but it's so stupid.
Well, yeah.
It was so dumb. It was
It's a
like,
plot device.
but explain it. Have
Yeah.
it better than just we're just gonna make this guy do it because it's bad. Like, what the fuck? But doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And then of course he's like, oh, let him free, and then nobody fucking dies. There's no consequences. Everyone gets away scot free.
Yeah.
And you think that the big baddie's dead, but he's not. Oh, the Charlie Hunnam dies. They kill Charlie Hunnam.
That's fine.
Which I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer, but
And then, but you think they kill the big baddie, but we find out he's not actually a human. He's a cyborg.
he's a robot. Yeah.
He's a robot, and they just upload his. He's alive enough where they were able to upload his personality into a whole new one of them.
They have that real weird scene where like he goes into like
A
the
mind palace.
the force levels, like
Yeah.
like sends his consciousness to talk to the real big bad.
Who was her adopted the main character's adopted dad.
Yeah, and so he's like, you need to go get her and bring her back to me alive, or else you're the one who's gonna die.
They're gonna be on the hanging.
And then they drop him out of this like water thing into the and
he's like Terminator. He's like comes out the little bubble.
all naked and shit with all the tubes. Yeah, it
see.
reminded me of the Matrix where they're like,
Yeah.
they all shoot out of him, and he like gets
All right. Well, so I
It sounds
So
like
the
we
six-
didn't like this movie.
it was a drag. It was okay, Trey. I expected more.
Yeah.
After all this hype and shit, I wanted something more. I don't know if I connected with the main character. I think that was my biggest problem. Is I just didn't connect with her.
Okay.
And I didn't connect with almost any of the characters other than the robot that's in it for 5 seconds.
Okay.
And so I would give it a head nod across the room.
Okay. I'm gonna go knuckle bump.
So you liked it a little bit more than I did.
I did. I thought the visual effects were cool. I thought the fights were really, really cool.
Fights were dope.
I do have a problem. They're a little too much slow mo.
Uh-huh.
Slow mo
Okay.
did a lot, but that's a Zack Snyder thing. He does it a lot in his movies.
And he hates color.
Yeah, and he always
for
like
red.
everything needs to be washed out. It needs to be like a darker tone. And I told the wife that I'm like, oh, we'll just lighten this up a little bit. It'd be great. It'd be Star Wars essentially. I thought the acting was I thought the acting was decent.
Ships were cool.
The ships were cool. I thought
No.
I
I thought some people's acting were good.
and it left me wanting to know more. So I can't wait for the next one. And it's coming out next year, so it's not like
Yeah, it's like April 2024. They filmed everything back to back.
right.
So they filmed all of it. So
And so
then they're just doing editing now.
yeah, I would go Knuckle Bump. It's the number one most watched thing on Netflix right now.
Is what they say.
Well, I mean, they're not going to give you the exact numbers because they don't.
Well, they
do
will
that.
eventually. I think when the new contracts, they'll have to release all the streaming numbers for the new SAG contract.
Yeah.
So with the whole Actors Guild and shit. So
Yep.
all
So
right.
that's Rebel Moon. That's what
That's
we thought
Rebel
about
Moon. Yeah.
Part
Alrighty.
one.
Part shit.
that. All right, what do you got next?
All right, so I'm going to talk about some, before we get into the rest of it, let's talk about a little box office, Trey. Movies I know we didn't watch.
Okay.
So let's talk about the lowest box office this weekend, which is going to be Iron Claw.
Oh yes, this is the wrestling movie about
Rest-
the Von Erichs.
The Von Erichs, on a budget of, which if you had to guess,
I would go $50 million.
15.
Oh,
So there's
shit! They had no money.
So Zac Efron, Jeremy Allen White, Harris Dickinson.
I told you
Colt McCoy.
MJF was in this.
Yeah,
But
which is awesome. So and there's all like someone plays what's his name, the woo guy. Who's that?
Ric Flair.
Like a young Ric Flair. So it's about these three brothers who become pro wrestlers, and I don't know their story.
They're a famous tag team. The tag team group that was back in the I think it's 60s, 70s.
Yeah. So do they die or something like that? Is that why they're like all?
Yeah, I think most of the Von Erichs are dead. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't. Yeah. Let's see. Sells to WCW. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Who cares? So
It's a biopic.
it's a biopic. It's Zac Efron. It looks decent.
Yeah.
I'll probably honestly wait until it's out on streaming.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if I'll actually go in and watch it. And so the next one we got, Trey. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I clicked the wrong one. Is gonna be The Boys in the Boat.
This is the George Clooney directed film about boys that are rowing during the World War II. I think.
That's correct.
So
Joel Edgerton is the only big actor in this.
right. It
On
looked good.
a budget of.
We're gonna go.
Oh, sorry, $13 million is what Iron Claw made this so far.
So it almost made its budget back, but with the marketing,
It was all
to
over
make
the
30.
place. So I'm thinking, yeah, at least double.
I'm gonna go 50 million again on this one.
Close 40.
Okay.
This is probably gonna have a little bit more CG. It had a lot more big set pieces.
Yeah, because you're gonna
'cause
show the war happening.
It's
at the same time.
the big thing is they're going to the Olympics during World War II, and they want. It's basically you guys need to beat the Nazis.
Yeah, because we have the Great Depression going on over
Yeah.
there in America. So
So if I catch the plot right, it's gonna center around a guy who's at Yale or Harvard, I forget whatever school it is,
yeah,
and he can't afford to pay it. And he's like, how am I gonna pay it? And like, well, if you're on a sports team, you get a scholarship.
yeah,
And he's like, shit, let me do that, and they'll pay for you get room and board and everything. So he
Yeah.
makes the team, and then they gotta obviously win like whatever the champions of it, and I'm assuming they win it because then the whole team gets to go to the Olympics and be the American
Yeah.
representative. So it's George Clooney, so I generally like what he does. It looks good.
yeah.
I might go if I have a boring day. I might go pop in the theater to watch it, but it'll probably be a streamer for me if I don't have time.
Definitely a
But
streamer.
I'll definitely watch it though. It's got a lot of room. It's still got to do.
yeah. It's good.
But it was released by Amazon, so I'm assuming it'll be on Amazon streaming here pretty shortly
So
because
what'd it
it's
make?
not doing great. Right now it's only at 13.6, so it's just beat out Iron Claw here.
That's not great.
So moving on to the next one, Trey, we have Anyone But You, Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell,
This is a movie about two people who pretend to be in a relationship.
for like a wedding or some shit like that.
Yep.
And so we've got on a budget of $25 million.
Wow.
How
How the hell does this movie have a bigger budget than these other two movies?
I know.
Or-
Well,
other than the Claw.
yeah. I don't. I mean, it's a romantic comedy.
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney is fucking
Hot.
hot.
Well, that's what my wife was like. These two hot people that everybody thinks is hot. Put them in a movie together.
Yeah.
See what happens.
She's got them things up front.
Oh.
Yeah, she's got them things. So we've got on a budget of $25 million, currently sitting at $19.3 million. Trey.
And it just came out this last weekend.
Yep. The
That's doing
22nd.
pretty-
So it's
doing
been out
pretty
for
good
2
then.
weekends or so, a weekend
Oh,
and a half.
So if it's been out 2 weeks, that's rough.
Yeah.
That's kind of rough.
So I think that'll be an interesting.
You know what that says? Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. All right, Trey. Because one of these we watched together.
One of
So
these
we'll get
things
there.
is not like the other.
So the next one we have on a budget. Let me tell you the budget. Let's see if you can guess what the movie is.
Okay.
On a budget of
6.5 million.
between $90 and $100 million.
This is Migration.
Oh, close, Trey. That's the next movie we're going to talk about. This is The Color Purple, the remake of Color Purple, starring Oprah.
Oprah's not in this.
Not in it. She's producing. I
Yes.
also got the. It was directed by Billets Benzamwa, Tanisha P. Harrison, Danielle Brooks, Coleman, Diego
Quick question.
Her. I don't know who the fuck that is.
Her, the singer.
Halle Bailey,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Quick question. Why are we remaking this?
I don't fucking know. On a budget of somewhere between $90 and $100 million. It's currently sitting at $36.4 million revenue, so it's not going to make its money back.
This is a flop.
It's going to flop pretty hard. It just came out on Christmas, but it's going to flop. It's flopping hard, and it's going to flop. I don't think people. It's not going to like all of a sudden catch legs and start fucking banging out. Like everyone's going, "Oh my god, did you see Color Purple?" It's about singing in the 10s, somewhere around there, 1920s.
They already did this. This movie is critically acclaimed. Everybody loved the original.
Why Oprah Winfrey's in the original, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I won't watch this. I might watch it at some point, but not anytime soon.
Okay.
All right, so the next one, Trey, on a budget of $72 million.
Yes.
Migration by Illumination.
This looks good.
It looks
funny.
good. Keegan-Michael Key, Aquafina, Danny DeVito, Elizabeth Banks, and Kamel Nadahami. I forgot how to say his name.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, whatever. Directed by Benjamin Rayner.
Okay.
It looks good. I'm gonna take Delilah to go see this before she goes back to school. It's made good money.
Yeah. What do we got?
We're at $69 million already on a.
Look at that.
It just came out on the 22nd, so it'll probably come close to making this money back. Not a huge. I haven't seen like a bunch of marketing, so it's probably just maybe a little under double. So it'll be close, but once it hits streaming and merch and everything, it'll make its money back.
Yeah.
Illumination, I think, generally has enough. Like they understand like there's got to be some adult-ish jokes that
and everybody likes that. What is that? Chicken a la
chicken a la mode, l'orange.
l'orange.
Well, what is the duck all? It's duck
a la
It's you, l'orange. That's pretty funny. Aquafina's funny. All right, Trey. So guess what was number 2 still in the box office? Wonka,
nice.
Wonka's still number 2. We talked about it on a budget of $125 million.
Yes.
It's touching. It's almost going to touch $300 million. It's at $296.9 million so far.
It's going to make money.
It's already made its money back. And it's marketing, so it's making money now.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to think it probably needed to make about $250 million to make money. So it's made money. I mean, regardless, it made money. At the end of the day, I mean, any profit's a great profit. So I think it'll probably end the box office, and it's going strong too. It already beat Aquaman.
Yeah.
In Aquaman's second week, it's already ahead of Aquaman.
Yeah.
Aquaman dropped off pretty heavy. Wonka still beat it.
Well, Aquaman just came out.
I know, but I'm saying
Came out last week.
in that it already beat it in the box office. It's already Aquaman dropped and it's already above Aquaman. So, which is crazy, right?
Yeah. I will tell you this. Aquaman's marketing, not great.
Not great at all. So let's go to the big movie we watched together, Aquaman Dose.
Aquaman Dose. Although we didn't watch it together at the same time.
Well, we watched it
On
the same weekend.
Yes.
I forced Shayna and Delilah to watch it, and they fucking hated it. Or Delilah didn't want to watch it at all. She was like, put her blanket over her head, and then watched her phone.
Huh. I went
had no
into it
interest.
with low expectations, and I
I went into it with very low expectations.
think it met my expectations. Like the thing that impressed.
Let's talk about it, Trey.
The thing that impressed me.
What do you think the budget for this movie was?
It was around $200 million.
Somewhere between $205 and $215 million.
Yeah, because, and it wouldn't have been that, but they did reshoots 3 times.
Yep. And they cut because they had to cut a bunch of fucking
Cameos.
They had to cut out that, and they also had to cut
Amber
a bunch of
Heard's.
Amber Heard scenes.
They
They basically only left anything. The only thing that they left in there were the things that had to be in there because if she wasn't there, they couldn't move the plot forward.
right. There was they shot Batman twice, and
Still
edited
didn't
him
use
out
it.
both times.
Yep.
Ben Affleck was shot, and so was Kevin Costner. No,
Mhm.
no.
What?
The Batman from the 80s.
Oh, George Clooney. George Clooney.
No, the other one, the first one.
I don't know.
Oh, anyways, so they shot Batman for both of them, and they edited them out. I will tell you this: I thought the special effects were really good.
Okay.
Like, I think they did a really good job. We went and saw this in 3D.
You guys watched the 3D one, huh?
Yes. Because when I saw the trailer, they convinced me. They go see this in 3D. As I'm coughing, but excuse me. The 3D effects, no,
No.
they there's not very much. It added depth, but there was none of this Avatar stuff where it comes out of the screen at you.
Right.
I mean, you got like one scene where like the octopus like came out a little bit, but
It was kind of not worth
you
it.
didn't need to see it in 3D.
Gotcha.
But I thought the effects were really good. I thought I love their version of being underwater where the hair like moves with the water.
Okay.
I think that's pretty interesting that they do that well.
I thought the water was better than the first one, like the water scenes. Like it kind of seemed more like they were in the water. I think I was with you that I had very, very, very low expectations.
Right.
I didn't want to see dead Aquaman. I thought the kid looked nothing like Jason Momoa at all.
Right.
The kid, like I get because Jason Momoa is supposed to be half Islander, half white, and then Amber Heard's obviously like looks all white.
Yeah.
But the baby's like blonde hair, blue eyed, like white baby.
Yeah.
I was just like, this baby looks nothing like Jason Momoa.
So what
At
Aquaman
all.
looked like before?
Like it almost looked like Arthur, like the original, like
Yeah.
blonde hair. I like Jason Momoa in this. He was great. I really enjoyed Wilson, whatever his brother. I think that to me, that's the only thing I liked about this movie was the duo. Anytime they were together and all that kind of whole
Well, it was supposed
dynamic.
to be up like a buddy cop.
Yeah,
thing.
I enjoyed all that.
Yeah.
Anything other than that, I thought was total shit. I thought the
Black Mana.
Black Mana didn't make any goddamn sense. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy him.
The plot is thin.
It's thin. It's just like, okay, let's get into it. Spoiler alerts. Here we go, Trey.
Okay.
First of all, his minions looked like people with condoms. They were the worst.
Who?
Fucking
What do you mean?
Mandas.
Oh, Black
His-
Mana. Okay.
His fucking minions had the worst outfits I've seen in movies in a very long time.
Okay.
They were terrible.
Uh-huh.
Just straight ass. Okay, the weapon, the main weapon in this, everyone's like, it's sonic waves. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
It
Wasn't that stupid?
was an Atlantean old technology that they use that shot sonic waves at you.
Okay, cool. You know this thing called a nuke, you fucking idiot?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? I absolutely hated that part. I thought that was fucking stupid.
Oh, okay. When I say the CG was good, we're not going to talk about the giant grasshoppers that chased
Thank
them.
God. I was gonna say 'cause that looked like shit.
Those were really bad.
It's so funny. You want to? One of my notes is here is condom heads for his people.
Condom heads.
So, there's lots of explosion. One thing I put in here, everything's always exploding in this movie.
Yeah.
Did you notice that? Like everything's like.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck me.
Yeah.
So the big plot, Trey, is oh no, there's a bad trident now. There's a black trident, and Manta found the old mermaid land, and he found the black trident, and that gives him power. And the old evil guy tells him, if you free me, I'll give you all the power, and I'll kill Aquaman and everybody.
Did you explain? So real quick, Black Manta is trying to kill Aquaman because
He killed his dad.
Okay.
Who?
But he didn't really kill his dad.
He did not.
He just
left
left
his
him
dad.
to be there. But the thing is that Black Manta's been going through all these caches looking for power to power the weapons that he's found. Why he's been looking under the water. Okay, so
Because he's trying to free the.
during one of the cache finds, he finds the black trident, and it tells him, or the dark trident, and it tells him that if you
release me,
yeah,
free me,
I
will give you all the power to kill Aquaman.
Yeah.
And his whole thing is, I'm going to kill Aquaman and his whole entire family.
So they're on the
Okay.
on the island
We-
where they're recycling the power.
One sec.
Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, your dad was a piece of shit
Yes.
who was a pirate.
Yes.
You guys were criminals.
Yes.
Aquaman didn't kill him.
Yes.
He stabbed him in the shoulder and said, "You fucking figure that out. I'm dipping."
Yeah.
And you didn't save your dad.
Yeah.
You let your dad down. He said, "Leave me." No. Well, how about you not be a piece of shit? You saved your dad. You guys knew the consequences. You were killing fucking, you were killing Navy
Yeah.
officers. I was like, so what do you, like, come on, dude. Like, your logic in your brain's got to be, I get he's a villain.
Yeah.
So I get the logic, like, he's not right. Like, obviously, your moral compass is stupid, but it's just logically, like, hey, fucking, that's the name of the game, bro.
Yeah.
And so the whole thing, so they get the trident, and they are like, hey, you've got to recycle this old energy power that's going to release greenhouse gases that are going to melt the polar cap that he's encased in.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about it, Trey.
Yes.
First of all, at the end, guess what? It's not completely melted. So what do they have to do, Trey? Do they have to shoot the ice and blow it up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just do that from the beginning, Trey. You want to know what else will melt the ice? Fucking nuclear bombs. Any fucking guns. Just blow the fucking ice apart.
Yeah.
You're not gonna kill him. Like, you can't kill him. You have to be able to, like, you have to stab him or whatever with the trident to kill him or whatever the fuck thing is.
Yeah.
So it's like, just blow the fucking thing apart. Like,
Right.
why are we wasting all this time? Why are you gonna kill the Earth?
Yeah.
It just, the plot made me want to murder myself.
Well, I mean, and then they try to tie it together. So the big bad guy was the brother of the king of Atlantis, and so they used magic to encase him in the ice.
Sure, that's what I thought about the movie.
Well, that's fine.
The plot, though, anyways.
Yeah. It seems like Jason Momoa is having a ball, like when he's in this movie.
I like Jason. Could they talk about Guinness anymore?
Well, no.
Could they talk about it more
Could
than
they
what they
drink
did?
more Guinness?
Jesus Christ! I just want to go back home and have a Guinness. Oh, Dad, look in your fridge. Oh, there's a bunch of Guinness. Oh, Guinness. Can I have a beer and a Guinness, please? or can I have a burger and a Guinness?
Yeah.
One of the things that he convinces his brother that cockroaches are a delicacy on the land, which is he's like, it's land shrimp.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he eats it. It's like,
One of the guys says, Manta, I'ma kill me a damn mermaid, dead or alive.
Yeah. That's a
I'm
lie,
like-
baby. I'm saying that. I'm going to kill me a mermaid, dead or alive.
I was sitting there, I was like, that doesn't make it. I had to write it down because I was like, what? You're going to kill you a mermaid? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Last note, just to finish up. Who's the funny Asian dude? I forget his. I feel bad saying it like that, but I forget his name.
He's fresh off
Fre-
from fresh off the boat.
Fresh off the boat. Once I see his Randall Park.
Randall Park. Yes.
So he's funny in it.
He's good.
He's great in it. So there's this scene. So they take his baby because they need Atlantean blood from the bloodline to unlock the evil dude.
Yeah.
That's like the big plot. So he steals
Magic can't be broken without Atlantean
blood. Well, not just Atlantean blood. It's got to be royal Atlantean blood. So they steal Aquaman's baby.
Aqua baby.
And Randall Park's having a crisis of like, I was just trying to like see Atlantis. I don't want to do all this shit.
Yeah.
And even tells Aquaman, like, they find him. He's like, I don't
me
wanna
with
do
you.
this. But then he ends up staying with the bad guy. He takes him with him, and he's like, either you can go and die, or you can keep doing what I'm doing. But he has a he obviously starts turning good. I guess he never was bad. I don't know. But there's this part where they take the baby, and so instead of Manta taking the baby in his ship, he gives the baby to Randall Park.
Yeah.
And then Randall Park had already sent the location of where the ship to Aquaman.
Yeah.
And then he planned on faking out
Black Manta.
Black Manta.
Yeah.
So instead of and Black Manta's in front of him.
Yeah.
So instead of at any point just being like driving away with the baby or not taking the baby with him because he does a baby switch.
Yeah.
He takes the baby all the way to like the chamber. I was just like, what? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It just baffles my brain hole. Yeah, that's pretty much the plot of the movie, Trey. And at the end, everybody lives happily ever after, essentially.
Ciao!
Essentially, right? I mean, they know they can't do anything. There's one after credit.
Real quick. So there's a plot line very thinly put through this movie where Aquaman wants to make changes at Atlantis, and he keeps on telling this council, I want to do this. And they're like, the only way we're going to be known is if we kill the humans. And he's like, well, no, we're not doing
what my brother did.
Yeah.
And we decided we're not going
And
to do
so after defeating the big bad guy, he goes, screw you, council. We're going to be known. And then they show the council.
They're like,
And I'm like, so what does that mean? Aquaman 3 would have been like the council trying to get bad people.
him having to fight the
the other kingdoms.
yeah. I don't get it. And it was like so at the end he's just like, I'm gonna do it anyways.
Yeah, and so I don't know why even have the after credits scene where it shows his brother eating
A burger, and he's like, oh, and then a cockroach. Like, first of all, the restaurant you're at, the
Yeah.
cockroach is just walking across your table.
Well,
There's
it was
a
an
problem.
outside place.
It doesn't matter.
Well,
I would still be like, yo, what the fuck? And he grabs it, puts it in his burger, and he's like, oh, okay, good. And it's like, end.
that's it. Well, they can't do anything else.
Yeah.
They-
He said, in a couple interviews, he said, I've been doing this for 14 years. Or he's like, yeah, I know it hasn't seemed like that, but they told me 14 years ago that I was going to be Aquaman. I couldn't say anything, and I had to prep for it, get in shape, blah, 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 blah. And he's like,
Yeah.
so I feel sad, but I'm going to let the character go.
Real quick. Not a lot of scenes with him with his shirt off.
Nope, because he's like, ugh. The first one, like that was the whole thing. He's like, look at me.
I'm all buff and
buff.
shit. And that was the thing. He said that the only calories he really got while training for the first movie was a Guinness. He drank the Guinness, and that was his calories.
Because he said it gave him a bunch of energy
Yeah.
to be able to.
And so this one,
He was like, keep my shirt
and
on.
he wore a padded superhero, which I don't care.
That's fine.
honestly.
I don't care. Yeah.
And I think he looked cool as Aquaman, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It was different because in the first movie, like you only get him in the Aquaman suit a little bit.
Yeah,
at
and
the
this
very
one,
end.
he's always in it.
He's always in it.
Yeah.
And then he's got like the Predator suit where he got like
Where he can like go invisible and stuff.
yeah.
It was kind of cool. Like his brother was all like skinny and stuff because he hadn't had water. And the second he hits water, he's like, go douche. What's his brother? Who's the actor? Patrick Wilson. That's his name. So it's currently sitting at $138 million. Trey.
Okay.
It had a hard fall off after the second weekend.
Yeah.
Well,
this is the second weekend
yeah,
right now.
so it's only made about $6 million. So reported so far, only $6 million.
Mhm.
So it'll still make. I think it'll make another. It'll get close to.
It won't make its money back.
Because there's no buy-in. So it's like, well, why would I go see this? It ends. There's
Yeah.
nothing
This is the end of the DC universe.
exactly. So yeah,
And it literally has no connection
at all.
to anything besides the last Aquaman movie.
And it has the same problem I always have with superhero movies who's already established the team universe.
Uh-huh. Where's the rest of the team at?
Exactly, Trey. It's my problem every time when we have these team up movies.
I
It's just
guarantee you that's the Batman parts.
right. But you're always I don't know if you think about this. I'm always like, okay, so you've established that in this universe there's a bunch of other superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
We've established not only just the Justice League, but the Justice Society as well.
Yeah.
And they've already know about, like, the main ones know about Atlantis.
Mhm.
And there's Superman, there's Wonder Woman, there's Batman, there's Flash, there's
Superman
Cyborg.
could slap the shit out of Black Man.
Exactly, like in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
All this stuff is going on. The Earth is dying,
Yes.
and nobody else shows up.
Yep.
Nobody shows up, and there's no reasoning on, like, oh, all the other superheroes are off world, or oh, they're helping with the disasters.
Yep.
They're just like, we're not gonna act like we never even had Justice League.
Yeah.
So, my score, Trey,
All right. What do you got?
wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen.
No.
Wasn't the worst DC movie I've ever seen.
No.
Wasn't the best.
Yeah.
Knuckle bump.
Okay. Yeah, I can go
Knuckle
with
bump.
that.
Knuckle
Knuckle bump for
bump.
me too.
Watchable. Wasn't the worst movie. It was watchable.
It's fun.
It was fun. When you get into it knowing, hey, this is going to be the last time we're going to see Jason Momoa as Aquaman, they're probably going to go for more traditional Aquaman to do something different. It would be my guess, just to do something different.
Yeah.
He's going to be Lobo. He's going to be Lobo, yeah. Which will be great.
He's hinting at it, and I think
Which will be great because it keeps him in as a superhero. It'll be fun. So knuckle bump for me.
yeah, I'm gonna go knuckle bump as well. I think your family can watch it. Nothing.
Delilah didn't like it.
Yeah.
Fucking
Well,
wrap it
yeah,
up.
but Delilah doesn't like a lot unless
Ain't
it's
that
like
the truth.
tilted towards little kids. Yeah, no, I would say go see it, or you'll probably just end up waiting till it comes out on digital, which will be in like probably next month sometime.
Yeah, it'll be on Disney Plus pretty quickly, I think.
Not Disney Plus. It'll be.
Oh, it'll be on Max.
yeah.
Or whatever Max is going to turn into.
Yeah, it's gonna be something else here soon.
Yeah.
Um,
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right, guys.
We got more.
On what?
More movies.
What?
I have more movies.
What the fuck?
Yes. So I watched a movie on Netflix real quick called Hell Camp, Teen Nightmare.
Oh, I watched that too. I was going to mention it next week, but go ahead.
So it's a documentary about in the 80s, these when the delinquents, they paid this guy to come and pick their children up and take them out into the desert and put them through like a boot camp kind of thing.
So it centers around, these teens, there's just a generation of kids who, you have boomer parents. It's not to get into psychological of it, but essentially you have a bunch of kids who grew up with parents who were hard asses, and they didn't want to be hard asses to their kids. So when they turn around, they don't know how to deal with kids when they're going through puberty.
Yeah.
And so instead of being nutting up and being parents, they say, "You take my kid, you deal with it."
Yeah.
Which is crazy, and they're paying in the 1980s, paying $16,000,
which is like.
That's insane.
It would be like $30,000 or
That's like
$40,000 right now.
That's like half. That's like 2 new cars.
Yeah.
In the 80s. So that's insane.
What did you think about it?
It was hard. It was hard to say. I mean, obviously the tragedy with the girl who died.
Yep.
And I could see where at the beginning that it was almost like Scared Straight, but like wilderness.
Yeah.
And I could see that it could actually be good for and this is not me trying to be sexist, but it'd be good for boys because it gives them an opportunity to have something hard and go through something difficult. Yeah. Even girls too, I think. Actually, thinking about it,
it's
so I think at the beginning,
up.
Yeah, I think at the beginning when it's a smaller and you have actually people who are licensed and people who know what they're doing, and it's structured. I think that actually could work. I think
so. When the military guys were running it in the beginning, it was structured.
It was structured,
and then they started getting people that were just they didn't know what the hell they were doing.
They were like having kids who were in the program come back, but just because someone helped you through it doesn't make you a master at it.
Yeah,
it just means you were able to listen to someone's steps for something like a standard situation, not like, oh, if this happens, do this or this. And you had all these, and it expanded apparently so quickly. And the main guy, probably was just like, oh, money, 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 money.
Of course.
Even though they're like, oh, it wasn't about the money, but obviously it was about the money.
Yeah.
And so I thought the documentary itself,
yes,
structure was a little strange.
Yeah.
I don't really like when they do it the structure like that, where they're like they talk about it, and then they jump back to the guy and give all of his backstory, and then talk about it. Like just give it to me straight. Especially documentary, like movies, it's different. Like, hey, you want to structure your movie out, you want to structure it, that's fine. Right. But documentary, it's just like, hey, just give me the fucking don't try to be like and twist. This guy was in the military and he was a bad guy and blah, blah, blah. Who gives a shit? Yeah. Just give it to me straight. But other than that, I thought it was shot fine. I thought the story itself was interesting because it's a snapshot of like the 80s, early 90s.
I didn't even know this happened in the 80s.
Me neither. No one even. I mean, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I thought that it was a tragedy. I think that some of the kids, they resented their parents because they realized my parents did this to me.
Yeah.
But you listen to the kids who went there at the beginning, and they're like, "This was great for me."
I mean, in the beginning, when I first saw, the first 10 minutes of this movie, I was like, what the hell are we watching?
Exactly.
Because they're like, oh, I was woken up in the middle of the night. These guys grabbed me and threw me in a car. I didn't know who they were.
I'm like, oh, no.
And then, here's the thing that got me. They put me on a private plane. And I was like, wait, what? What the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
And then she's like, if you would have just screamed that these kidnappers grabbed you, they would not let you on this plane.
Yeah.
And she's like, and then they flew me out into the desert, and I got in a pickup truck, and then they just dropped me off. And I was like, wait, what?
You got to remember this 80s too, so you got paperwork said, hey, this kid.
And then she flips over a piece of paper, and it says, this is for your best, Mom and Dad. I was like, oh shit.
You dumb bitch. Stop getting drunk every night, you little whore. Like I said, I think that the beginning of it, I think the thought process of helping kids, putting them through something rough, especially if they've had like a pretty good, decent childhood, then it work. It can work. It can work. I think though, once you scale it and it becomes dangerous, and you're hitting kids and stuff like that. But if it's just more like survival, hey, this is gonna be rough. You're gonna have a sack with rocks, and we're gonna keep you hydrated. We're gonna keep you fed.
Yeah.
We're gonna, but you're gonna have to hike, and you're gonna have to build stuff. You're gonna have to hunt and blah blah blah. That could be good for kids.
Feels like a low rent version of taking them to military school.
Yeah. So. I thought it was fun. It wasn't fun, but
it was all good.
I thought the documentary was good. I thought it was.
So would you recommend it?
Yeah, I would.
Me too.
Yeah,
I would recommend.
I think it's interesting when you learn about these like phenomenons that like were like such a big thing, and then all of a sudden they just died out, and you're like, what the fuck?
All right, so I got one more quick one, and we'll finish this up. I watched the Ricky Gervais Supernatural special.
I watched that too.
It was okay.
it was kind of boring.
I mean, I
like
laughed a little
Ricky.
bit.
Yeah, I like Ricky though. I just thought it was kind of like
Yeah, it's a stand-up special. Yeah,
his like when he's like roasting people is funnier.
yeah.
Like roasting like celebrities.
I
and
just like
shit.
hearing him talk.
Yeah, he's got a funny voice.
Yeah, so yeah, I would recommend watching the special if you're into his comedy. If you're just going in and don't know who he is, probably not for you.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
We got a flashback, bitches. You
Flashback.
fucking whore bitches.
That's not the theme.
No, it's not the theme.
No.
Shit.
It's time for a flashback.
It's time to flashback on your titties.
All right, Brandon, what do you got?
Here we go. Let me make sure there's no okay.
All right.
There you are. I told you I'd find him. It's a mother's instinct.
Instinct? He left us a note. I'm leaving. I'll be at the train station.
I have no idea what this is.
City.
Oh, robots.
Comes a time in a young person's life.
That wasn't bad, Trey. So this is Roblox 20th Century Fox. Robin Williams. I don't know who plays the main character, but his like buddy, his tag along, is Robin Williams in this.
Yes.
It was like
this came out.
2004, something like that.
Sounds right.
Right? Is that right?
I'm not sure.
Oh, it's an animated movie. Fox. So obviously Fox doesn't do animated movies really anymore. It's kind of animated movies are kind of left to Disney, Pixar, Illumination, DreamWorks. So this is that craze, right after Shrek and all these animated movies that came out that were funny. And so it's about a robot. His dad's a dishwasher, and he wants to become an inventor, and so he seeks out this new inventor dude, and hijinks ensue.
Yes.
Lots of adult jokes, like junk in the trunk. Like one of the moms has like a big fanny, and she turns around, and she's like, "Oh, look at all that junk in your trunk!" And like they start taking junk out of her ass. And there's lots. I think it's funny.
The thing I remember is like the zip lines around the city.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
It's funny. It's got a good message. I really enjoyed it. I rewatched it and I forgot how much I actually liked it. And it doesn't come up when you talk about that. Late, early 2000s, mid 2000 kind of animated
it's not
movies.
one of those where you're like,
Oh yeah, robots.
Yeah.
But it's fucking good. I would suggest you go watch it. I want to say it's on Max.
Okay.
Right now.
Yeah.
I really would recommend it. It's super funny. That I think kids would, if you have kids, they would love this. Go give it a watch. It's gonna bring back some. You probably saw it at one point and forgot that you watched it and rewatch it, and you'll catch all these adult jokes that as a kid you're like, oh, huh, like I don't really understand that. And you watch it as an adult, you're like, what the fuck?
And
Like even Shrek. Like if you ever rewatched Shrek, you're like, yo, what the fuck? Did he just talk about fucking somebody? that he'll murder him? Like what the fuck?
There we go.
Go watch it. I give this a high five.
You don't rate our flashback.
Yeah, fuck you, I did, bitch. Watch it, you fucking cunts.
Jesus H.
All right,
You
Trey.
ready?
Did you get past the commercial?
Yep.
All right. In a world.
Here we go.
Spider-Man. I don't know.
No.
Fuck. Good trailer, Trey.
Principal Betcher, you're late. Again. Oh, man, I was teacher of the year. That was 10 years ago. Feels like 8, though, right?
As several of you already know, Wilkinson High School has been operating at a budget deficit. We are cutting all extracurricular activities.
Excuse me?
Everyone's quit on these kids.
We have to cut $48,000.
Or raise the money.
Oh, and who's gonna do that?
We will.
What the fuck?
Come on, you're waiting a long time for this.
So what exactly is the plan?
How about we work out a plan?
Oh, it's Kevin Bacon. Oh, it's Here Comes the Boom.
Yeah, there you go.
I was like, what the fuck? Because I couldn't recognize any of the. I couldn't hear Kevin at first. Go ahead, Trey. Talk about Here Comes the Boom.
Here Comes the Boom is Kevin. What's the guy's name? Kevin
James.
James. There it is. Kevin James, and he's a teacher. Salma Hayek, and he's a teacher in a high school where they try to. As you can see in the trailer, they're cutting the music budget, and so he decides that he's going to become an MMA fighter, and to raise the money to keep the music program still in the school. Joe Rogan's in this movie.
He is. They're friends.
Yeah.
Kevin James and Joe Rogan, they're friends. Like
Are they?
in real life, yeah.
Oh,
They're
didn't know
friends.
that.
He says he loves. Joe Rogan says that he loves Kevin James. That he's a sweetheart and that he's a genuine dude.
You know, most movies when you're doing a action or a sports movie, you get into shape. Kevin James kind of half-assed it because he's skinnier in this, but he's not going to pull a Jake Gyllenhaal where he'll like put on all this muscle and shit.
No, but that's part of it though.
Why?
Well, because that's part of the storyline.
He still wants to be a teacher?
Well, that he's a teacher and that he's doing it because he was a wrestler and he's trying to make the money. Right,
but I'm assuming if you're, used to be a wrestler back in the day, and
he's in his 40s.
But
now.
the teacher even grabs his shoulder and goes, "Man, you're kind of built."
Yeah,
and I was like, "Not really."
Wrestler build's different. Wrestlers aren't buff generally.
Yeah, I guess he says he saw it. The movie's fun.
I love that movie.
Kevin James is a lot of fun in this.
I love that movie. So funny enough, so one of the people that helped him out with that, are as far as like making sure the MMA fighting is decent, is Bass Rutten, who plays Nico, his friend, are the gym instructor. That Bass Rutten was actually a badass MMA fighter.
He's crazy good. Yeah.
Back in the day, won a couple championships. Nothing in the UFC, but some Pride championships. Great fighter. Funny in this, he's turned around and been a pretty funny actor. He's in a couple things.
He's
Brian Callen does the Joe Rogan part in this. So like the commentary, the funny Brian Callen does it.
So he's Boss Rutten is playing an instructor. So one minute he's doing yoga and he's like, "I'm late for a class. Hang on a minute." And walks into the room, jumps on a bike, on an elliptical, and he's like, go.
So essentially, he's got to make money for school to save the music program because his buddy Henry Winkle,
the Fonz,
they're gonna cut the music program. He's like, "We'll make the money." And he likes Salma Hayek.
Yes.
And Salma Hayek is like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you're doing that for us."
So, Van Winkler, he's gonna have a baby at like 50.
Yeah, and so he's like, if they quit my job, I don't know what to do. And then he finds out halfway through the movie that it's a lot more than just like the $25,000 or whatever it is.
Well, so if they tell him, "Hey, if you go to the fight, it's $10,000,"
and he only needs to get like 20, so he has to go to like twice to 2 fights. And when he finds like, "I've got the money," he's like, "Well, actually, he just was caught. The principal
was embezzling.
Not the principal. Wasn't the principal?
No, it was one of the
secretary or
like
whatever. Was embezzling. So it's not. It's like $100,000 they would need.
So he needed $48,000.
Right.
And so but he embezzles it and he goes, "You don't have any money now."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, okay." And he goes, "Oh, well, if you win this fight,
you win.
You get $50,000."
And so he goes out to win it, and he does.
Which is unrealistic.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Who does he fight in that? I forget. It's an MMA fighter.
Yeah.
I can't remember who he fights in that, but
he picks him up and he finishes him with a body slam.
I remember Jason Miller, Mayhem Miller. I remember that, but I forget who. I remember watching the first. Oh, I don't know who this is. I've never seen this guy before.
But it's funny. The acting's pretty good for. I mean, it's a Happy Madison production.
Yeah.
So you get what you get. Happy Madison, their acting is always kind of the same. But I would recommend it. I mean, it's definitely a one-watch kind of thing.
I've seen it a few times.
But
so.
Go
fuck yourself.
Well, I've seen it twice. This is the second time I've ever watched it.
Okay.
But anyways,
any toot.
Yeah.
Any toot at all.
That's it. That's what we got for you guys. So you want to follow us on Hard Entertainment with Brandon and Trey on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter.
Our next episode will be a year-end special. We're going to talk about box office bombs and box office hits.
We're going to have our favorite categories for
We'll do our
movies.
Our comedy, horror, sci-fi, action, and best overall movie and worst overall movie.
Yep.
And we're working on the visual part, and I think so. Lots of cool stuff this new year. And hopefully build the audience a little bit more. It'd be sweet.
Yes.
We appreciate everybody listening. Thank you so much.
We'll see you in 2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks, bitches.
Are you not entertained?
Welcome